Standard 10th, Subject English. Today I'll teach you the poem All the World Stage, written by a great poet, William Shakespeare. But before I explain this poem, I need to tell you certain points. He just would like to give some examples, and that is, he wants to explain that there are seven wonders of the world. For example, the Great Wall of China, Christ the Redeemed statue, Machu Picchu, Chichen Itza, Roman Colosseum, Taj Mahal and Petra. As same as we have got seven continents, seven colors of rainbow, seven notes of musical scale, seven seas of the world, and at the last we have got the 7 days in a week. Same as William Shakespeare describes about 7 stages of a man. We always say that our life begins from womb to tomb. So he is just trying to explain us out in this poem. So I would like to just say some few lines about William Shakespeare. He was born in 1564 at Stratford, that's United Kingdom. And he was a great English poet, playwright, actor, greatest writer in the English language, and the world's most prominent dramatist. He is often called England's national poet, and this poem is taken from his play As You Like It. Here he compares the world to a stage where the drama of a human life is enacted. This poem is a monologue, and here you just see that this loud speech to oneself by the characters of in the play. So I just start explaining this poem, and then accordingly, and I'll read the lines and then start explaining. All the world stage and all the men and women merely players. They have their exit and entrances, and one man in his time play many parts. He acts being 7 ages. Now here if you see, the poet says that the world is a stage and all men and women are just merely actors. They have their exit and entrances. Exit is death, entrance is birth. So we are connected to the birth to death. And a man plays many different parts or roles. Each actor is playing 7 roles during this life. So I just start with the next lines over here. At first, the infant is mewing and poking in the nurse's arms. That means the small newborn baby is crying and vomiting in the nurse's arms. This life is too very much important. One would never miss out the childhood days. The second stage which is saying over here is, then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face creeping like a snail, unwilling to school. So here you can see the second stage, and that is of a schoolboy who's complaining and crying. He goes to school early in the morning with a well scrubbed shining face. He carries his school bag and creeps slowly like a snail, unwilling to go to school. And the third life which is there is connected to the lover, sighing like a furnace with a woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. So here you can see The third act is of a lover who is breathless and is sighing like a furnace. His heart is melting with passion. He sings sad songs to the beauty of his lover as she is too beautiful. The fourth stage, which is there, is connected to the soldier, the one who gives his life for our country, but is full of strange oaths, bearded like a pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrels, seeking the bubbled reputation. Now, this line means the soldier here is full of oaths, promises, but he's an aggressive soldier. He's bearded like a leopard, but is quick in quarrels. He is ambitious and does some useless things for his reputation. Even he endangers his life for it. He is very particular about his duty of serving the country. The next stage, which is there, the fifth stage, it is about a matured, middle-aged man with his round belly. He is stern and formal and full of wisdom. So you can see some lines which are written over here. Even the cannon's mouth and then the justice, the far round belly with a good cap and lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. So this is what I just said you, that stone is formal, full of wisdom. And he is with wise sayings and wise thoughts. The sixth stage is slippered down to the lean and pantaloons, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful horse well saved a world too wide for his trunk shank and his big manly voice. Now here it said, the sixth stage where the man becomes old with the thin legs in slippers and loose pants. He has spectacles on his nose and pouch by his side. The close-fitting stockings, which he had saved from his younger days, are now too big for his thin legs, which he has got shrunk with age. His loud voice, which was once manly, has now become childish with shrills. You can just see a lot of changes coming into the body as the age starts increasing. And then we come to the last stage over here, and that is turning again towards the childish trebles, whistle in his sound, the last scene of all, that ends this strange, eventful history, is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans teeth, sans eyes, sans taste, sans everything. This over here, the last stage, the old ripe age, says about the man becomes senile, he becomes too weak, he enters his second childhood. He is unaware of what is happening around. That means it's saying mere oblivion. That means he doesn't know what is going on in his surroundings. He is not aware about the situations. The final stage is where he is without teeth, without vision, without taste, and without anything. That's why we say our life is very short, but our life should be priceless, precious. So let's do a great work, a royal work, and just follow as your heart says, your mind says. So this is a way he has explained all the 7 stages, and whereas you have to be very brave and fearless. Thank you.